In part one of this week's Business Bites workshop, Adam Basheer discusses factors to consider when marketing in an economic downturn. We join Adam as he explores the first factor, brand.
What is a brand? If we instill that down, it's knowledge in people's heads, knowledge and or trust in people's heads as to what this image or this product or this service is. And we could substitute their brand for reputation, particularly for service companies. What's your reputation? That is really your brand, and knowledge and trust of what it is about. Good customers, they are your source of gold. They're always your source of gold, but it's heightened in time. If you've got good customers, you need to look after them. The worst thing that you can do at this point in time is ignore them and maybe have them think twice and leave you. So with your good customers, start to communicate with them. Start to communicate with them in appropriate ways. Give them something a little bit extra. And so anything and everything that you can do to give them a little bit of extra without destroying yourself, without destroying your margin or anything like that. And that little bit of extra doesn't need to be money off. It could be just a little bit of extra service, a little bit of extra communication, a little bit of something to make them feel a little bit special. And I, for one, also can say that I can put my hand up and say I sometimes email people when I really should call them. But it's going to make them feel a little bit better if I give them a call at times. And if I say them, hey, look, you're a valued customer of mine, valued enough for me to call and have a chat to you, and this is important enough for me to call and have a chat to you. Don't do it all the time because you start to annoy them. But when it's appropriate or when you're not quite sure, they can feel a little bit special by giving them a call. These are also the ones who are likely to give you more sales. Remember, they're going to revert to things they trust and know. If they're reverting to things they trust and know, you're communicating with them, you're communicating your brand, you're communicating your trust. What are they going to revert to when they're going to add a little bit extra, they need a little bit of extra service, a little bit of extra help? What are they going to revert to? They're going to revert to you. So that's what you're trying to do. Get more sales from the customers that are good. And I suppose that's the simple Pareto principle, which is 80% of your business will come from 20% of your customers or 20% of a type of customer. Absolutely. Maintain promotion and promotional spend. It's so easy for us to look at our business and say, where can we cut? Things are going to go bad, where can we cut? And generally, particularly if you're in big businesses, the first thing that gets cut is a marketing budget. Why? It's just cash, just sitting there. It's dollars. We don't actually have to spend those dollars. We can just easily cut that, and we can walk away from that. But even if times were good, and you stop promoting, what's going to happen to your business? So when times are poor, and you stop promoting, it's going to be amplified. So certainly maintain your promotion. Dollar spend, yes, but not all of us spend a lot of dollars on marketing. A lot of it's time. Our time, talking to customers, time from other members of our staff, and focus. Now, how are we marketing this business? How are we pushing this business? Don't retract from that. If anything, get out and do more of it. Offer the best deals. This is certainly something that we should be doing much of the time, but people have a heightened awareness for value, heightened awareness for price deals. Don't just offer yourself, hey, aren't we a great service? Start to offer a deal with that. Start to offer something special, something of that great value. Offer a deal. A deal that makes them say, well, we don't need to delay this purchase anymore. We can buy now because this is a really good deal. These guys that we know are offering a really good deal. Great, we've got to take it now. So certainly offer a really good deal, making that value perception go really up high and say, wow, this is great value. And people will look for this great value. They'll look for these bargains, particularly if they already know the price of your product, service, reputation before. And you're offering something really special. Certainly offer that good deal. The total pie is getting smaller. We've made that assumption. The total pie is getting smaller. The growth that we might have achieved by new customers coming on board is perhaps not going to be there. And I think this is, I'll pick one example of internet service providers who have gone through the last X number of years, growing. They're eventually going to get to the time where, well, everyone's got internet services. And it comes to, okay, if I'm going to grow, I need to take share from our competitors. And in this situation, you might start to look at it and say, how much is out there? If it is a pie that's not going to be growing, I need to take share from my competitors. I need to focus on what they're doing. Hope, for instance, that they're reducing their marketing spend. They're introverting, they're trying to cut back. Perhaps their service is not as good because they've cut back on people or cut back on service somehow. Let's focus on them. Let's try and take over those small competitors, or those competitors that are allowing gaps. Focusing on those competitors is the only way to grow when the market's not growing.
Coming up, Stephen Reddy makes friends with Google, and Adam Basheer examines buyer behaviour when times are tough.